One of our most recent videos was rather unpopular but popular because people enjoyed the list style video. So we spent 7 weeks in Bali, Indonesia, and we wanted to share our 3 tips for going to Uluwatu.
I've been thinking, 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 I've been thinking about you. 아무리 고개 흔들어도 난 네 생각만 하고 있을 뿐. 아무리 딴짓해봐도 난 너의 목소리만 들릴 뿐. 있으면 내 here with me. 가득 심장이면 please tell me.
Yeah, so Uluwatu is definitely one of our favorite spots. The first thing I would say to, that you should know before going, the beaches. Each beach that we visited was absolutely gorgeous. They're all a little bit different, but to get to the beaches, it takes a little bit of work. Either taking a scooter or a grab to get there. And then as well as once you get to that location, there's staircases or you have to hike to get down to the beach and then to get back up. So it takes a little bit of work to get to each beach.
So my number one thing before going to Uluwatu is you have to understand the food scene. The food scene is absolutely the best. We visited all over the island. We were huge fans of the Western options when it came to Uluwatu. It was a little bit more expensive because of the overall like options were all pretty much American, Australian, European style food. And it was utterly delicious, from the Mexican food to the sandwich shop to some of the pastas that we had. It was just absolutely incredible.
For my second thing to know before going to Uluwatu is the bugs. I'm kind of a bug person just because I notice them a lot and I get eaten alive. Uluwatu is a little bit out there. It's not quite in the city, so you're in the middle of like a jungle, rainforest. So there are a lot more bugs. There are a lot more mosquitoes. There were centipedes everywhere. So if you do not like bugs, maybe not the place, but definitely bring bug spray.
Now, is bugs, does that include the monkeys?
So the monkeys were very aggressive. If you want to go there, the animals in general in Uluwatu, the monkeys are crazy, very aggressive, and steal your shit. And there are a lot of geckos. We shared our room with 2 geckos the entire trip, so that was fun.
All right, so my number 2 is surfing. When you go to Uluwatu, it is absolutely just an incredible place to go surfing. It's got great longboard waves, and it's very close in style to Santa Cruz, to parts of Hawaii, where surfing is so prominent. It's as prominent there, and it's got a very local type vibe where you can walk down to the beach and you can just rent a surfboard for relatively inexpensive, for $3 or $4 for a couple hours, and you go out there and you just try it. You just paddle out and just figure it out, because the waves, it's very shallow, and it's just an incredible experience. I was able to catch a couple waves, but most importantly, Chase was able to catch a couple waves. Did you like surfing in Uluwatu?
Yeah! And number 3 for me, Uluwatu, I touched on it a little bit when I talked about the beaches, but in general, Uluwatu was a little bit difficult to get around. There's a lot of hills, there's a lot of, everything's kind of spread out. You're kind of wrapping around the outside of the island, so to get around takes a little bit more than just walking. So either getting a grab or renting a scooter is which we did. We found it a lot easier. The roads are a little bit quieter, so that makes it a little bit easier as well. But walking is not as easy in Uluwatu as it is in other parts of Bali.
So my number 3 thing to know before going to Uluwatu is just, you gotta understand it's a bit remote. And it's lacking some of the experiences that you might come to a place like Bali, especially like a holiday. You're not gonna get the club scene, you're not gonna get the big giant nightlife, but you are gonna get a lot of great sunsets, a lot of great bintangs on the beach, and that's what you are gonna get. It doesn't have the vibe of absolutely being jam-packed, touristy. It's just a little more remote than other places like Canggu or Seminyak, Kuta or Sanur, or even Ubud.
With all that being said, do take that lightly because Uluwatu was probably one of our favorite places to visit. It was absolutely gorgeous. Just take this as a kind of before you go, plan ahead because you don't want to miss the beautiful sunsets, the beautiful scenes, the beautiful beaches, and everything that you get in Uluwatu.
If I was gonna move to Bali, Uluwatu might be the spot. It might be. The internet's great, the beaches are wonderful, the people are amazing, and again, the food was absolutely delicious. Plus also the cliffs and the temples and the waves, it was all just absolutely amazing. Highly recommend it. If it's something that, you know, you got an opportunity to do it. You won't regret it.
I've been thinking, 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 thinking about you.